What really happened?
I wouldn't waste time to go into the whole story, but I think enough has been said, enough have been gathered by media personnel, and
For me, I've not heard you yet. Forgive me.
that's what I'm saying. Enough has been said, enough has been gathered by media personnel who sought to deep dig into the matter. My disappointment was immediately. Look, that week, if I wasn't a strong person, my family and everybody would have been like, oh, because these are gun allegations leveled at you, against you. These are, and it was heavy on the media. This is you having assaulted somebody, only to know that it wasn't no assault. So it was for me. I'm in, and people will say, yeah, but why did you go and slap? Come on, man, I didn't assault anybody, bro.
Did you pull a gun?
Which is the most awkward of it. And at the police station, a witness statement by interrogation was given in account of a gun. And by the CID, they said, did you see? Or you're just coming to say what you think you're saying? And he said, no, I didn't see. You see, so this tells me that it's deeper than that, because that eyewitness who is going to put in that case is going to build more case on top of the complainant's case, who must definitely be coming from the complainant's side. So me, all I can say is that I went through a lot that time, but it's taught me a lot. I've seen a lot, and henceforth I can only be very, very careful about how I deal with our fellow brothers and sisters in the industry. That's what I've gathered.
Is the case still is it still with the police?
No, it's been calmly withdrawn. Big respect to Angel, who I'm still very cool with.
Oh, really? That's nice.
I believe so, because we don't talk every day, interact every day, but me, once I follow you and once I watch your snaps, then you should know that we are on there. But I think Angel and I are cool, because if there was any case at all, it was an altercation between him and I, and unfortunately, there was a notion that I hit his eye or I broke his eye. But God being so good, his eye didn't go blind, whatever, and there were no cuts as well and all. So
did you see a picture of him with a plaster?
Yes, I saw that after a few days after, and that's what I'm saying. I'm grateful that it didn't go worse, because 2-3 days after he was chilling and he's cool, if there were any internal bleedings, I think we would have seen it now. The eye is a very delicate area, so none of those. So I'm grateful that him and I are cool, and that's where I think I'll address this case. But henceforth, we are all going to know how to move so that we don't get disrespected in a manner where we feel like we can't take it. We just take ourselves away from.
So this altercation was because you felt disrespected?
Highly.
Because they kept you waiting?
Not only waiting, but as for the wait, we all do wait for. We go support each other and the times and all. We wait. But the communication there were communication laps in there which triggered everything. I got there very early as the A-list artist that I believe I am. I got there very early. The regular would have been you come late because you shoot, but I knew it was a recorded event, as he told me, because he and I have been in contact way often before the event.
Okay.
So I managed to get there as early. Then I moved to wait at the conference on the park for a very long time. And then they informed us to come backstage now into the inner perimeter to perform. And then when we got there, we realized that we came very early and there was a recording, and we're promised that once it's set up, we'll just come and do ours and forward. But we realized it wasn't the matter until when who they sent to come and deliver the information to us, I was laid back in my seat, right? And he was talking to Chief, and he was like, Chief asked him, but why we come wait, say your man, you feel too well, you just come from here, there. He said, oh, if your people themselves will they change their mind. So at that point, I was well hit.
That was what the messenger
said. So I stood up my seat because he didn't see me in there. Then I said, so what do you mean? So what make I do now? After waiting, to make I go home or make up what? Like it's just too bare for me to take. Like tell me, oh, this that. If you come and it's bare, if your people, I quote, if your people themselves they change their mind. So what? You know what I mean? And then I think when he went backstage, he went to communicate because I said, hey bro, but because he didn't know I was in there. I was like, but I be so you go talk to because I mean I've been waiting for a very long time. So when he went back there into the inner backstage, I think he went to communicate a different story over there, that I came with talks and I'm beating people and I'm fighting in the backstage. You know, fortunately enough, when he was going, I think chief or a member of ours, because we rolled in a crew, we were too many. You know, a member of ours followed him backstage. And by the time they got there, he took the lead. So I think the info had spread already that Stone is here and yeah, he's misbehaving because he's waited. And because when he got here, Shatta was the one leaving to go and perform. Meanwhile, I'd eyed Shatta, he eyed me and we gave thumbs up. And by the time, you know, when he went to do his thing. So that was the info. So when one of my persons came back to the car, he said, but you know what they talk for the back there, said like you go home. I said, no, I don't go home. I have to speak to somebody.
Were you
and
angry?
then Aisha also followed back there to go because it was all sort of chaos. And then she came back and said, Charlie, yanko. And I'm saying, oh no, Aisha, no, let's wait, let's speak. Only to see Angel coming out now because to come and explain the vibes to me. But the way me and Angel I believe that we were cool. So I was bursting out to him. Like, yo, bro, but why you go do that now? You know, I was bursting out to Angel because me and Angel, I believe, were cool. And that was where in the altercation, there was a vibe that my hand has hit his eye or I slapped him or something.
Did he say or do anything to make you that angry?
No, Angel didn't do anything personal to make me angry. Like I was pissed off the last vibe that said, it be the people themselves, they change their mind. And so I was like, yo, this is my honest truth. So that was what charged me on top of everything. Because we were there for almost 4 hours, mosquitoes, they bite us. And even while we were there, I was the one praising the show. Like the setup, I was just praising Sarkodie all through while I was waiting over there and jamming. And everybody else was like, killer. So they couldn't talk to me because they will assume that my veche. But almost someone ban on the energy, but I say, now they show almost say, no, the show could stay a bit today. Only for them to say, let's come in the inner perimeter. For the guy to come and add that one, bro, we're human beings. I couldn't take that. Like, if the people themselves, they change their mind. Come on, man. Like, this one there. So when he went back there to, like I said, he went to say a different story and the thing was chat. So Angel came back to speak to me and to calm me down. And that was when he said, that was like, I hit him. But, I mean, let's be honest, please. I mean, I couldn't look Angel in the eye and want to fight him. So I respect the fact that this was an altercation, and if my hand touched your eye or or I hit you or something, what do you do next from there? If it was really not intentional, I waited for another 2 hours to see the show close. When people had come, Sledge had come, many senior men who were there, Abi had come to say, go home, George Kwe had come and say, no. I don't care about the performance. I care to solve this thing here with Angel because for it to go to the level of that I've touched him, it wasn't intentional. Therefore, I will stay and make sure him and I are cool. I was telling Angel, Joe, even if I have to turn my cheek for you to slap it, I'm an Ashaiman boy. That's how we grow. Street. Then we continue going. So Angel came and was cool, and we were in the inner perimeter at the time with the police people. We were just chilled. With the realization I know I won't perform, but I needed to calm the situation.
Where was Sarkodie?
And when Sark came eventually, one back inside pool, almost a friend by his own car, may extend it pleasant, which
apologies to him.
Which I think to an extent I was not even supposed to do. But me, I'm honest as it is. Because my intentions were not, look at how the whole thing just turned into now me being the one to, I'm still cool with that because as I'm here. So when he came in, the witnesses were there. Book Back Bright was there. People were there. They saw said you farm so. And I said, D Nechi, I saw on the camera said, you won't take the app on the car and the tree farm so call here. That's it. But Beto so say many angel cry, are you cool? You share inside or what it? Until if I had any ego reasons or ego and I had some, look at the whole situation. So the next 2 days was when we saw Angel's plaster. and it became a police case. And the police are there. They said it. Sark drove the guy there to report. And then the eyewitness who also went to join the gun issue was what was like. But when the eyewitness went there and was talking, when they were talking about the gun thing, luckily enough, the team who was handling the case knows that prior to the VGMA event, my guns are with them. So that's when they didn't charge up. So I was called and said, relax, it was supposed to be today, but come tomorrow.
The way you say your guns, how many guns do you have?
I mean, just for English sake. because I also understand that my brother's own is also with them. So that people know there's no violence in the system anymore. That's why I use the word guns. So this is how simple I think the story went. Some out of love, shit does happen, and then now it escalates to that point. I'm not going to take it too hard, but this is the real thing.
This is Hits.